Hello everybody and welcome to one of the most important sessions of the weekend. It's Hyperpole. The top 6 from all classes are about to head out onto the circuit. 25 cars in total as well to set the pole time for Le Mans.
3 minutes to open pit exit for Hyperpole.
3 minutes to go until Hyperpole is underway then, and everybody is waiting for this one as well. We're getting ready as well with the time remaining. It's HP, Harry Potter time. Not really, it is Hyperpole time as well to get ready here in the comms box. Megan Birch is about to join me for the half-hour session. Only 30 minutes though, that's it for the cars out here on the circuit. At the end, we will know who will be on pole position for the 90th running of the Le Mans 24-hour. Let's take a look quickly at the YouTube chat because we've been asking questions. We've got questions already. The little owl says, can you explain what the Hyperpole format is? Like, how does it work? Okay, so basically, Hyperpole, the top 6 cars across all 4 categories, the Hypercar, LMP2, GTE Pro and GTE Am, they qualified yesterday. The top 6 fastest get taken into this Hyperpole format. So they have 30 minutes to set as many lap times as they can, realistically for 3 runs, because it's such a long circuit here. And to refuel and get new tyres on, it takes half an hour. So you get 3 runs out there on the circuit to set your best lap times. 5 cars have automatically gone through from Hypercar, because there's only 5 of them, so they're all in here. 6 from LMP2, GTE Pro, GTE Am as well. So that adds up all the cars across the 4 classes. So basically, this sets the front rows of the grid. The first 3 rows get set from this split up of what's going on out there. So we're about a minute away from the green light going on. We'll explain to you how it works as it goes. It's not going to be that hard to get your head around it.
Under 1 minute to open pit exit for Hyperpole.
Again, in the background, by the way.
Eduardo Freitas then telling us 1 minute to go until Hyperpole gets underway. This format was introduced last year for the first time as well, a 30-minute session inside the grid for qualifying when it came in. The little owl says, so does each driver still have to do a run? No. One driver only does a run. So it's your fastest driver.
30 seconds.
Why the Ferrari needed
30 seconds till we go green. Your fastest driver goes in. There's not a time for a driver change or anything like that. Unlike with qualifying where everyone had to do a run yesterday in the hour, and in practice everyone has to do their night runs, it's 1 driver, 3 stints, fastest to go. That is it. Let's head wild to Eduardo Freitas.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We have liftoff. We have liftoff.
Hyperpole.
Green flag, and away we go. Hyperpole is underway here for the Le Mans 24 hours. 30-minute sessions, 6 cars in each category, bar Hypercar that has 5 only, to go out there, do a maximum of 3 runs. That is the most you can do in half an hour, and just get on your pole time as well. It sort of sets the grid for each class in the first 3 rows. Also, if an LMP2 is somehow faster than a Hypercar, as well, it doesn't matter because the fields are split. Hypercar sets off first, LMP2 sets off second, GT Pro and Am set off third and fourth. So they do get class splits as well, which is disappointing as well, especially as it happened last year where one of the Glickenhaus cars qualified 19th but started the race 5th overall. It was a bit confusing how that worked out as well. But still, that is the situation we find ourselves in. On board with the number 7 Toyota. I'd love to give you some timings, but as you can see, we don't seem to have any at the moment. The timing screens are working, but nobody's there. So it's sort of like you're knocking at the door, asking to be let in because it's raining outside and nobody's actually given you permission to come in yet. So we'll I'm trying to reset the timings to see if that works, but it hasn't actually done anything so far, saying no current session. So we'll double check. So the timings hopefully will come back shortly here on the timing 71. If not, this screen turns out to be the best one because at least we've got TweetDeck and we can show you some things as well in operation as well. The little owl says, oh, that is good. I like this. Yeah, and timing screen's finally coming back. Yay. We've got timings on one screen. Do we have them on another yet? Not on the streaming, but it is on here. So in the number 7 Toyota, it's Kamui Kobayashi. The number 8 has Sebastian Buemi. So it looks like they're two starting drivers. In LMP2, Louis Delatraz at the number 9 Prima All-Lane team as well. The number 22 United Autosports for Philippe Albuquerque. 23 United Autosports is Alexander Lin as well. You'll see that in effect shortly. When the timing screens eventually return to us. I'm hoping it works, but I am going to hopefully not make a mistake here by pressing these buttons in order to try and get it back working quite quickly, because I know I'm sort of encoding everything and I don't want it to. But we need some track data to look at here in Hyperpole, don't we? So 27 minutes to go. Hopefully they'll fly in shortly then. With information, there's the number 8. That is Sebastian Buemi leaving the track then, starting a fast lap, we're being told. This is his lap out the pit lane. Let's hear from Hartley. That's Hartley at the wheel.
Ready for the second run.
Copy that.
Okay.
Yeah, all.
Get the tap.
So he was
Get the.
the medium set of tyres ready for the second run. So does that mean he's gone out there on the soft?
Yeah.
So Hartley is in the car, not Buemi. So that timing screen not giving us the correct information. There finally comes some of the cars. Hartley is qualifying in that number 8 Toyota. There finally is our cars in total going through. Oh, hello. As they come in. Now as well, so Kobayashi out there in the number 7, Hartley is in the number 8 as well. They've yet to set their best sector time, so we can't go over to the big screen at the current moment, but 26 minutes to go, and this is the number 7 run, so there's our first lap time as well, starting the run for Kamui Kobayashi, Megan, and this is where it matters. Pole position for the Le Mans 24, and Kobayashi out there on the soft tyres immediately, trying to take the best of the conditions. Because it's got significantly cooler. Air temperature 21.5 degrees, track temperature 32. It was at 40 earlier on, but it's getting quite quick out here now. And the soft tyres really are the tyres for these temperatures.
I think they are. Everyone seems to be going just a little bit quicker on that. And it's number 7 enter sector 2 around about now.
First sector time.
Oh, I got that bang on.
Bang on. First sector time for Kobayashi was a 32.529 as well. So slight improvements there across the board as we're trying to get these control things working correctly to listen to it. But there we go. Kobayashi then 32.529 in that first sector as he comes round the Daytona chicane. A little bit wide there. Rado Freitas doesn't like track limits, and there could be a lap time deletion there if they're not happy with it.
It might be.
Fingers,
So,
yeah, go on.
I was just wondering, we haven't seen much of Brendan Hartley.
Hartley is on the track. He's in the second sector at the moment, so he's about to start his lap time. So
I'd like
are you
to see that.
Are you worried about cursing him again?
I'm not worried. It's interesting what's going to happen this time.
Yeah, what are you going to do this time, Megs? How are you going to curse him this time?
Well, I'm saving thunder for the race.
On board then. In the 709, Glickenhaus Racing, Ryan Briscoe is at the wheel of the American car. 32.590 in that first sector. So already Glickenhaus might just take the honours away from the two Toyotas here already. That's the one you've really got to watch in this 24-minute session left as well. Kobayashi's second sector time was a 152.192. What was that of Glickenhaus Racing? It's a 152.460. Only a couple of tenths separate them at the moment. And this third sector, the Toyotas have been slower than the Glickenhaus in this last part of the track. So it's all game on now.
I feel like Toyota is going to be more bottom of the field this time out.
We have 3 GT in front, keep pushing. If you overtake them, we have free space. 2 GT in front.
Now there is a reason.
And he has actually overtaken the two GTs, as we've just seen on the circuit, because it was one of the Corvettes in the way as well, and one of the LMP2s in the way further back. Glickenhaus Racing, they're looking good so far. First sector for the WRT, by the way. Robin Friends, 33.097 and LMP2, 154.665. So the LMP2s remarkably getting close as well to that of the hypercars. Not to be unexpected, though.
By the way, when I said that I thought the Toyota was going to be more bottom of the field, I didn't mean in total. I thought maybe like in the hypercars.
Oh, I know what you mean, yeah. I know what you mean in terms of the class.
Yeah, so
right,
everyone else might not. They might be thinking, oh, well, they've done really good.
I know what you mean. It's like they're coming to the bottom of the hyperclass. Yeah, I know what you mean. They really have been shocking throughout the first couple of races.
8.
Yeah, especially the 8 car with Brendan Hartley as well as he comes through. Right, first time on the boards then. As across the line comes the number 7 Toyota Gazoo Racing with Kamui Kobayashi. It's a 326.1. It's a 326.611. What's Ryan Briscoe going to do in the 709? Glickenhaus Racing was sliding out of Rakudamon. Cross the line comes Ryan Briscoe. It's a fastest time, is it? Are we sure? The timing screen says it is. I want to confirm it because it's not showing us if that is the correct thing. And was that a slide for the 708 or the 709? 709 Glickenhaus going wide. It is 709 overall in LMP2. Is the timings correct?
Well, those ones certainly aren't.
Lap time deleted for that Toyota. The Toyota, the number 7 with Kamui Kobayashi, has had its lap time deleted for track limits. So, wow!
Why did it say number 8 seconds there?
That timing screen's not caught up. This one has, and it shows Ryan Briscoe at the top, a 3:29.264. Now, the Hypercar Kobayashi, a 3:26.611, but it's not the top time. So, the Glickenhaus lost 3 seconds, but Hypercar down in 7th. Is that correct? I mean, we've got a lot of problems up here in the comms box at the moment. Not up. The timing screens don't seem to want to work entirely correctly. As well, open up the full driver names as well. As you can see, Antonio Felix da Costa, second at the moment for LMP2, the Jolter squad, and 38 running top there. I don't think this is working, because now look, in the overall category, we've got LMP2s and Ferraris in the GTM, but where's all that in? Where's lap time? Hang on a minute. Lap time deleted for the Glickenhaus Racing 709 for track limits of Ryan Briscoe. Now that one is believable. We saw it happen down at the Porsche curves, but that means Jolter currently on top overall in LMP2 with a 3:30.373.
LMP2 they're the top 4.
Yeah, and the AM category is quicker than the pros because they haven't gone out just yet with 20 minutes to go. If you know what's happening, write us into a postcard. Lap times are being deleted, but we've got no information from race control saying that. Kobayashi was outside the track limits at Tete Rouge, and that is why his lap time has been deleted.
Bit of curbs there and sliding from number 8.
So, across the line, Hartley will go the fastest with a quicker lap than that of the sister Toyota. It's a 3:25.213. So the number 8 Toyota with Brendan Hartley in the wheel going quicker. Here's Kamui Kobayashi and Ryan Briscoe in the number 7 Toyota Gazoo Racing and the number 709 Glickenhaus Racing. They're going to have to go for another run of qualifying because they've just had their lap times deleted by the stewards.
Very unlucky for them, though not unlucky for the LMP2s.
Priya Guidi as well has given over to James Collado in the cars as well as across the line now. It looks like Toyotas are cheering each other, but they haven't got to the line yet. This is number 7 of Toyota Gazoo Racing with Kamui Kobayashi in the wheel. They want, Japan want a Japanese driver on the front row, and that is that of Kamui Kobayashi as well. After what happened last year, finally getting the victory. After so many years of trying, can't do it though. He's down by a second compared to that of Hartley. It's a 3:26.130. Maybe your curse is over this year with that, as this is the Glickenhaus Racing of Ryan Briscoe.
Or
4th.
May I just remind you, we're only 11 minutes into the session. 2, there's still a race to go. A 24 hours long race.
You are correct.
Anything can happen.
There is a long way to go and anything can happen in 24 hours. But Glickenhaus 709 go 4th. And it was a 7:08 that was quicker anyway, but that's shocking for them. Alpine get themselves up there with third, but where's the other element? Where's the other hypercar?
Well, Alpine definitely needs a boost.
Oliver Platt in the 7:08 Glickenhaus Racing is out there on the circuit in that first sector, did a 32.686. Down on the decks, 4/10 slower than that of Hartley.
I think they're making a run.
That timing screen's frozen. This timing screen is correct, so we have to look over this way to get the correct one. Let's see if I can refresh it with the monitors, because this is getting a little bit ridiculous. Trying to commentate to them. No, you can't. It's hard to read the correct timing screen as well as it comes through. Anyway, let's flip that back over here. Put it up in full screen and hope it connects as a... Oh, Brendan Hartley, track limits. Is that lap time deleted? Track limits at turn 6. That's at the Dunlop chicane. Sorry, Daytona chicane. I reckon Hartley's about to have his lap time deleted by the stewards. If he's had track limits, that is going to be deleted. Josh said 709's lap time was deleted due to sliding caused him to cut the corner. Hartley's lap time is under review. Hartley's lap time is under review. Let's listen.
Keep pushing, keep pushing.
Yeah, Hartley being told keep pushing because now they don't know where the track limits are. They don't know how long they're going to be. This qualifying is exciting now. 30 minutes to get out there, set your best time, otherwise you lose pole position. It's not as crucial as in other races. It is a 24-hour endurance, but it's the prestige to say, I've had pole position at Le Mans.
That took, what, all of 2 minutes after you questioned the curse?
Less than that, I reckon. But yes, it did come when I questioned the curse of the commentator by you as well. So you are definitely cursing him. Let's see if Lapierre.
Indigo, we are P3 in front Toyota 26.1 and after Toyota 25.2. I'm okay for one more lap if you can improve.
So we've only got 23 cars in this Hyperpole session, so we're missing 3, which is a shocker. Double checking. Yeah, we're missing quite a few from each class as well. So 23 cars instead of the usual 26. So 4, 5, and 6 are missing. We'll double check who they are. But we did see a couple of crashes in the practice session, so it explains why they're not racing out there. Yeah, as well.
Why is it so slidey today?
And is that dirt or rain or something being...
Dirt.
Yeah, I thought it was dirt. He must have gone wide. That's the 36 Alpine.
The gardeners really hate cars.
Look at the 64 Corvette. Nick Tandy at the wheel of that. It's first in the pro category at the moment. And look at the 63 Corvette with Antonio Garcia, our favourite driver. The Corvettes are going 4/10 of a second quicker.
That... what do you call a place where the drivers sit?
Cockpit.
I thought it was cockpit. I thought, is that plane or just...
No, it is cockpit.
Okay. The cockpit must be really claustrophobic because I would hate to be in there. It seems like you can't move. Like, imagine if you sneeze and it's like, chew, oh my God, I've hit the side, and oh my God, I've hit a wall now, oh my God, I'm out. Oh my God, it's the first red flag ever.
Apparently several drivers said that they don't sneeze when in the cockpit of a car, which I find surprising. Right, new fastest time in the GT Pro category as well, as Corvette Racing Nick Tandy, the 64, has got a 352.59. Now we are seeing that of the 63 Corvette Racing coming in. Yeah, it's fastest time on the board there, flying up purple. Let's take a look at the 63. Does it go quick or slower? It's a 10th down, but Corvette Racing have a 1-2 on the front row for the pro category here at Le Mans.
Lucky for them.
Yeah, basically, this does positions 1 to 23, but the classes are split up. So the AM category will start behind the pro category. Many people say, what's the point of that? It's supposed to be an all-out race, but it's class racing in modern endurance that you've got to walk out for. So it's actually 4 different races.
It's like you look at it and think, oh my God, this will be interesting. Who'll be the winner? In reality, here's winner 1, here's winner 2, here's winner 3, here's winner 4. And here's the overall winner.
Yeah.
I'm just like, which one's the actual winner? Yes.
Yeah, all of them. And then each one has got 3 drivers.
Yeah, I'm just like, it's like, okay, well, what's the name of the driver? Which one?
Yeah, how long you got? Endurance racing is tricky to keep a hold on, isn't it?
It's like trying to play chess with a computer, and the computer being a computer with the brain of both Stephen Hawking and Einstein.
One thing I'm looking forward to is the fact is that if Baku is red flagged, you might have to call the end of Le Mans. But I think we'd switch at that point. You come in here and do F1.
Oh, I want you to switch.
You come in here and do F1. I'd go in there and do the end of Le Mans.
I'd mess up the end.
I think we'd change over about 15 minutes to go if that was the respect.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that would be the case. We'd switch with 15 to go. But anyway, back to the action because we've got a few of the Pro and Am cars doing some lap times now out here on the circuit. The 98 Northwest AMR with Nicky Tim at the wheel as well in the Am category, going a bit further down. But Antonio Fucco at the AF Corsa Ferrari 52 is looking quick. James Collado is 10,000ths of a second quicker for pole time, as well as the 51 AF Corsa. And they're all approaching the line now. Nicky Tim is the first one there, though, in the 98 Am car of the Northwest AMR. Goes across the line, doesn't improve. It goes third in class. Here's the 52 AF Corsa. Goes fourth in class. The AF Corsa 51, third in class overall as well as they came across the board. Similar lap times as well, actually, between the 51 and 52 AF Corsa to go on the boards. Which is good to see. Right, this is the Porsche 92 with Porsche GT team as well in the Pro category with Lorenzo Van Horth at the wheel as we've got Makovic in the 91 just behind him by around about 10 seconds. So it's a good run so far. Short, sweet, to the point. That's disqualifying, isn't it? And it works. It does work. It's an F1 style qualifying that works.
It is. It's a qualifying for... They've had loads of practice already, and they're going to have even more later tonight.
2 more.
Two more tonight.
2 more hours, I mean. So,
I was going to say.
That's going to be fun.
They just want to do a quick roundabout to see where everyone is, basically.
Yeah, that's going to be fun as well. 2 hours of night practice at Le Mans.
Aye.
And are you around for like an hour? And then I can get Josh on for an hour. Oh, sorry.
What?
To add to that, we're going to go down the pits.
Representative for the Stuttgart brand GTE Am category. Harry Tinknell finally taking the 77 out on the track, but into the pit-in end of things, it's extremely busy. Both of the United Autosport P2s are in. That is Philippe Albuquerque finally going back out on new Goodyears. We wait for Alex Lynn, and both Toyotas are in. No tires on them yet.
And as Shay says, after the cars that came in were parking on the lane, out have gone the leading lights of P2 from my end, which includes, of course, the mighty 38, the Jota car, and the WRT machine. Though still sitting in front of me is the Prema car with Norman Nato, or Norman Nato, isn't it, I think, actually. Let's get the right N on that one. We haven't, I don't think we'll be seeing 2 runs for the AF Corsa team or the Porsche team. They waited a long time to get out in the first place. But now with, 11 minutes to go, it's all to play for again.
Yeah, thanks, guys, out there as well. And Megan was just complaining about the amount of noise in her ears because on one side you got Radio Le Mans and the other side you got the world feed.
Yeah, and then when the feeder was down, that lets us hear each other when we're on mute.
The talkback, yeah.
The talkback, that was it. It's like
That's
I had
on
to
really,
shout.
yeah. The talkback's on low because through the talkback right now we've got the Radio Le Mans and we've got the TV feed, and then we were hearing each other.
Yeah, it's just like we had to be like this.
Yeah, really shouting hard to get up there.
It's weird, your own voice hearing that.
Second fastest for the Porsche GT team as well, the 91. So Tandy, so they've split now the 2 Corvettes in the Pro category with the 91 Porsche getting up there. So that's a good run as well because it now puts Corvette Racing fastest with the 64. 51 AF Corsas gone into second place as well. It's dropped the Porsches down. Porsche lap time deleted due to track limits.
That's unfortunate.
So the 91 Porsche goes down the board. And that's a disappointment, actually.
At least they're only second in the category.
Yeah, but they have dropped down to 22nd, 23rd overall, the 2 Porsches, with both their lap times being deleted. And it's the same on this screen as well.
You win some, you lose some.
Yeah, it's the same on this screen as well, with all 23. Tell you what, though, this could be a little bit tricky, thinking about it, as to who's going to have the fastest times on the board. Keep your fingers crossed here, guys, because this could be a tricky one throughout this remaining session in LMGTE and Hypercar as well. Is that hypercar a little bit off? It is, isn't it? Hang on, let's fix that up. There we go. As looks like it's gone down a bit, actually. There we go. Nice line across the board now. Hartley fastest. Kobayashi second. So if Hartley takes pole position, well, there's another 8 minutes to go, Megan, does that officially alleviate your curse? Or does it elevate it because something could go wrong in the race?
1, his lap is still under review.
Yes, that's true.
2, do you think the curse is just gonna go as soon as it lets someone off once?
Hartley's lap time has stayed. Hartley's lap time has stayed. So
For
yeah.
him,
So
for this one.
So Brendan Hartley is on provisional pole position at the moment in the hypercar.
Also,
In the 28, in the number 8.
the curse has got to give him a break once in a while. It's not exactly something that's constant. It all depends on a lot of things.
I was wondering where you were going with that one, to be fair, and how quick you're going to go up there. But still, we'll keep on that. Reminder, if you're joining us tomorrow, we've got the Formula 1 practice from Baku. Myself and Megan for practice 1, and Synthor joins me in practice 2, and Josh Blaze will be around as well in the Discord on the pit wall as well. So it's going to be fun to see him in the box as well. But he's not with us in the race this weekend. Very much. Neither are you, actually. You're in the qualifying, but you're deputising for me.
Yes. So I'll still be doing something for...
Whoa!
I
Big,
won't.
huge slide from the Gleekenhouse Racing of Ryan Briscoe as he came into the Ford chicane. But this might be quick. Is it quicker?
Can I take it away from me?
Second!
Oh, so close.
What? 3:25, 8:41. And it is around about 9-10 slower, I reckon, at the moment. But the 7:08's looking
Getting
quick. Alpine! 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 It has been done! It has been done! Alpine goes to the top! Well, Alpine are pole position!
Well, that came out of nowhere.
That came out of nowhere! It's a 3:24.850! And the 36 Alpine, who has been quick throughout the season, but so slow in the practice sessions here, it's top for Nicolas Lapierre!
That's amazing. Amazing, Nico. Keep pushing.
He was wide.
Lapierre puts them to the top, and Alpine have a dog in the fight after all!
Well, that is
That's
better for them from yesterday.
It's come out of nowhere. Congrats, amazing. He was told over the radio, really proud. 6 minutes to go, hypercar being run by the Alpines, and
Why are they always first?
I have no idea. Toyota second, but there's more laps to come with 6 minutes to go. Right, let's take a look at the LMP2, Norman Nato.
Am I the only one seeing this?
Yeah, Norman Nato in the real time by WRT takes across the line and goes to pole position at LMP2 by 0.6 of a second. 3:29.697. It's pole for real time.
Am I the only one seeing this, that they're going in groups?
Oh yeah, that's the point.
Yeah, but that's... how?
Yeah, well, if you look, actually, the 3:29.6 was quicker than some of them as well in the MP2, but that's the point. Hypercar, LMP2, Pro, and AM get grouped together in the qualifying as the top 6. But
Well, that's not fair.
I'm saying that, I'm looking at the pros, and everybody is actually slower. So the AMs are slower than the pros. So it's not, you can out-qualify, for instance, the LMP2 can out-qualify a hypercar if it's quicker or the hypercar slower. But at the moment, they're all staying in their own groups, which makes doing the grid incredibly easy.
I hope they stay like that.
The only problem is the top 11 get set here today, but the pros and AM categories will get moved down because there's more LMP2s to slot in between them.
At least it makes first 11 easier.
And there's more pro categories to slot in as well, 2 more, and there's another 12 AMs to throw in at the back of that
Yeah,
grid.
there are a lot of AMs.
Yeah, there really is. I mean, we could enter as an amateur if we wanted to. Hartley Radio.
Well, that was not worth waiting for. I'm sorry.
Hartley's locked up at the rear. Hartley locked up at the rear. He's could have thrown away pole. It's 3:25 for a lap. Very wide there from the WRT of Robin Frines. He has gone to pole in the LMP2 category by 7/10 to 3:28.972. But surely he'll have his lap time deleted. And the Gleekenhouse of Ryan Briscoe has hit traffic coming into the Porsche curves. That's his lap time gone. And he was on course for pole position.
That corner is going to cause so many problems in the race.
Can't wait. It always does. Can't wait. This is going to be great. Qualifying is really giving the exciting factor that we wanted. Cross the line, then comes the Gleekenhaus. How much time did he lose? Stuck behind the pros. He lost 2.5 seconds. That would have been the pole time. They got robbed, and they're not going to get round in time unless they go for another push lap. Alpine may have just taken this one, but Hartley's 3,000s quicker than Kobayashi in the second sector as Alex Lynn goes wide at the last corner and goes third in LMP2 with a 3:32.74. All eyes to the Toyotas then.
More like all eyes to just Kobayashi, because look at how quick he's going.
Alpine have given up. Nicolas Lapierre is into the pit lane. They think their pole time is done. We're on board with the number 8 Toyota. So that is Nicolas Lapierre done. Is in pole position for the Alpines. We're about to find out. But that's the Toyota held up behind the 92 Porsche. And going on the grass.
Which one's that?
Hartley got held up. And that could cost him the time. And Kobayashi's coming through. He won't get held up, I don't think, by the Porsche. Oh, he is at the last corner. That's going to be crucial. And the last one, Hartley crosses the line. 3:26.056 doesn't take it, but the 7 Toyota does. Hartley got a second lost. Kobayashi didn't lose any time. It's the 7 Toyota on provisional pole.
I told you, look out for...
Track limits deleted. Track limits deleted. Kobayashi loses the track limit warning at turn 33. So that's it. His lap time's going to go. Alpine's still on pole. They've got to push. They're not going to get round in time.
They've got another chance if they do another push lap.
Well, 2 minutes 10, 3 minutes 15 to get round. They've got to push now. This is their last lap. But I don't think they are pushing. Alpine on provisional pole as things stand.
Okay, so... One, I knew that the 7 was going to be faster than the 8 because the 7 of Kobayashi may have been stuck behind the Porsche a lot more than 8, though there's a difference. It was a corner, so it was easier so you could take it in your own right. Going around corners is easier to be around.
So Kobayashi's on provisional pole position, but his lap's under review. We've got the hypercar in the pit lane with 1:35 to go. And now, this is on board with the number 7 Toyota. Is he on a push lap? What's that first sector? 32.3. So he's on a push lap, Megan. Lap 6, car 31 deleted. That's the WRT. That's the WRT. That was the pole sitter's time getting deleted in LMP2.
Oh, that's not good.
Real time might just take pole here. This is all going to be decided afterwards, isn't it? If the Toyotas get their lap times gone, it has gone! It has gone! It has gone! The number 7's time's deleted! Alpine goes to pole position! Alpine to pole! The lap time was deleted! I don't believe it! Toyota go across the line, their lap times are deleted! Alpine have pole at Le Mans with 39 seconds to go! And it's all to play for. Look at Gleekenhaus, the 709 with Ryan Briscoe. He's on a push lap and he's 2/10 faster than the Alpine. It's predicted at 3:24. Cross the line. Is it pole for Gleekenhaus with 20 seconds to go? He's 6/10 down.
Oh.
But Kobayashi is up in that second sector and Hartley is up in all 2 sectors. Hartley could have get pole in the 8 Toyota.
Why won't the curse work on Thursdays?
It's all over! 2 seconds! 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Checkered flag is out here at Le Mans. Gleekenhaus 708 in the pits. The 709 has done its lap. It's got one more. Toyota on pole. The Alpine's time has been deleted by the stewards. Toyota on provisional pole. The timing screens are changing left and right. So it's the Toyota on pole. Alpine with their time deleted. I don't believe it.
Okay.
Track limit's the key.
Isn't that exactly what Toyota wanted?
It was. But is Brendan Hartley going to go faster? Across the line. Number 7 Toyota's pole, but for how long? Brendan Hartley looking quick, looking mean. Across the line. And takes pole position. But where's Kobayashi? 4/10 down. Brendan Hartley has pole position at the man in the number 8 Toyota. It's a front row lockout for Toyota Gazoo Racing. But it's the number 8 car on pole position. And it's been done by Brendan Hartley. I don't believe it! And it stood! Hartley on pole at Le Mans! With the number 8.
Maybe this will work better for the curse. It
I'm
probably
out
has
of-
a plan.
But the number 7 Toyota is still being shown on the top on that timing screen. But on our timing screen, it's not.
Fired.
I like that.
Corvette, by the way, secure a 1-2
Yes.
in GTE Pro.
Yes, yes.
But that's it, it's all done. Right, pole position in Hypercar goes the way of the number 8 Toyota with Brendan Hartley. LMP2 pole goes to WRT with Robin Frines. LMGTE Pro, the Corvette, 7-1-2, Nick Tandy on pole in the 64 Corvette. In the AM category, it's the 61 Ferrari of course. Vincent Abril took it. In pole position with Kessel Racing starting second. And there's confirmation. It's a Toyota 1-2. Alpine 3. Glickenhaus 4-5. What a race we've got coming up. Toyota had to work for it, but they got on the last one.
And it'll make it easier for your top 11.
Yeah, top 11 just stayed in. That is the top 11 for the starting grid at Le Mans. Now we've got to factor in the rest of the LMP2s and then factor in the rest of the GT Pros and the rest of the GTMs. But wow, 8 Toyota on pole, Corvette 1-2 in GTE Pro. Ferrari on pole in GTE AM as well.
It's good for Toyota.
What a run. I need to sit down. What a run. That all got exciting in the last 10 minutes, didn't it? Because lap times everywhere.
You didn't know where to look. It was either lap time deletion or someone else is on pole.
It's confirmed. Pole position, Sebastian Buemi, Ryo Hakayama, and Brendan Hartley did it by getting the pole time. Not bad for the new dad. And not bad considering you're in the commentary box. Your curse seems to be weaning, Megan.
You say
He's got
that.
pole.
You
Yeah.
say that it could be waiting for something a lot.
Well, to be fair, every time we've been in the box so far this week for Le Mans, it's resulted in something going on for the Toyota number 8. That's the first thing that's gone right.
Exactly. Don't count it out too soon. Even when I was in the commentary box sometimes in F1, he didn't have a problem.
Monaco got hinted by Charles Leclerc.
He didn't have a problem sometimes.
All right, fair dues. That's a good point. Well, most of the time after Silverstone.
Most of the time, not all the time. Curse has to take a break too.
Pole position in GT Pro, the 64 Corvette as well. WRT is pole in LMP2. What a run. I need a break. And we've got one coming up shortly. No, we've got about an hour and 15 minutes until the... No, hour 20 until the next practice session gets underway.
I hope you enjoy that.
You're not going to join me for an hour at least?
No.
That's a
At this
disappointment.
point, I am literally trying not to fall asleep. And I have been trying not to fall asleep for hours so that I actually get a good night's sleep tomorrow.
Tom Dillon's going to be getting a phone call then, as probably will Josh Play. So welcome up, guys. As we
Your
come
turn.
through. Yeah. Our guests will be joining us on the weekend as well. Let's hear from the number 7 Toyota.
Best sector 1 and best sector 2. Same lap time, same sector 2 car 8. Exactly same sector 2 as car 8.
Have I been in every single section?
Yes, you have. 119.04. No, you weren't yet last night. 119.046 for Hartley in the second sector. 119.045 second sector for the 7 car. So they have identical second sectors. 1,000th difference between them.
That is
Insane.
so close.
There's your top runners then across the board. The 23 cars. That's taken us through the grid, and what a session. Okay, let's come back up to the commentary box then and wrap up this part of qualifying. Megs, if you can. Now you've got blisters on you. Brendan Hartley and the 8 Toyota on pole for Le Mans overall in the hyperclass.
We'll see.
Is it going to be fun for the start?
If he crashes, it will.
Yeah, well, thanks, Megs. Right, we'll be back later on for all of the coverage from the final practice session, practice 4.
I hope you don't mind.
Yeah, that's coming up in an hour 20. Brendan Hartley has taken the number 8 car to pole position for the start of the 90th running of the Le Mans 24 Hour. We'll see you in a couple of hours for practice. Bye for now.